day? Do you still have any sort of relationship?
Yeah, of course. And people ask me this all the time. We spent so many years so close, and I think that we'll always have that sort of like bond that will remain no matter what.
This isn't just a story about fame. This isn't just another industry tale of a girl discovered and a star doing a good deed. No, this is something deeper, something darker. It begins with a 12-year-old girl crying outside a candy store. Her tears? A mix of shock and joy because her idol, none other than Justin Bieber, had just tweeted about her. That girl was Madison Beer, and little did she know that single tweet would change everything. But what should have been a fairy tale quickly unraveled into a tangled web of power, pressure, and silence. Because Justin didn't just tweet her covers. He didn't just give her a shout out. He discovered her. He launched her. He became her label, her mentor, and allegedly something more. And now, years later, people are finally asking the questions that were whispered for too long. Was it mentorship or grooming? Hailey Bieber is finally responding. And the timing couldn't be more damning. Let's rewind the clock. Back in 2012, Madison Beer was your typical preteen girl obsessed with Justin Bieber. She was uploading YouTube covers, dreaming of fame, and living a normal life. Then Justin tweeted 3 of her covers. That was no accident. That was a calculated launch. Within days, Scooter Braun signed her. She was now under the same machine that built Justin. It was a dream come true, or so we thought. But pause for a second. Justin was 19, Madison just 12, and within months, he was not only her boss, he was her entire ecosystem. His label, his management, his team, everything filtered through Justin. But here's the catch. The very people who claimed they were shaping her career were the same ones who said she looked too sexy at 14 to debut. Let that sink in. A literal child being labeled too sexy by grown men who were in charge of her future. Madison herself said it. There was a conversation around me when I was 14. People were saying she's too sexy, we can't sell this. Imagine hearing that at 14. Imagine being told that your looks, your innocent body, were too provocative to launch. And Justin? He was right in the middle of it. Madison spoke glowingly about him for years. She called him a mentor. She said they would always have a bond. But many now see that bond for what it really was. A tether of control.
Nicole called me and was like, "What's going on? Did you see Justin Bieber's tweet?" And I was like, "About what?" She was like, "You?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And like, I freaked out and I hung up the phone. I was like hysterically crying outside of a candy store with my mom in the car. And I'm like, "What's happening?" And we were going crazy. It was
Justin wasn't in the studio helping her craft her music. He was busy with his own projects. And yet, Madison couldn't release anything without his approval. Every single song had to pass through him. That's not support. That's control. In 3 years, Madison released only 2 singles, Melodies and Unbreakable. She also did a Monster High song and a remix of Valentine with Cody Simpson that didn't even make it to streaming platforms. 3 years, 4 songs, no album. And yet she remained tied to Justin's team. Here's where things start spiraling. Blind items began surfacing. Industry insiders claimed Madison wasn't just being mentored, she was being used. According to one post, Justin's team was allegedly paying Madison thousands per week, not to record but to be there, to accompany him, to calm him, to act like a companion and babysitter during his darkest spiral. Remember, this was the era when Justin was constantly in the headlines, for peeing in buckets, for DUI arrests, for screaming matches with the paparazzi. And in the background of many of those moments, Madison Beer. There are pictures, late-night food runs, hikes, studio sessions where his hands are suspiciously placed. One infamous video shows Justin fleeing from the paparazzi mid-hike, leaving Madison alone and confused. And while everyone brushed it off as friendly, the body language told a different story. The time, Madison always defended Justin. She called him her big brother, said she'd never consider dating him, but fans noticed a pattern. A 15-year-old girl constantly photographed alone with a 20-year-old man, public outings that felt too cozy, birthday tributes from Justin. Then came the subtle jabs. Yes, jabs.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Madison. Happy birthday to you. Everyone give her a round of applause.
Justin once posted a photo of Madison captioned, "My friend Madison Beer has a bigger nose than me. Who agrees?" The internet was stunned. Why would he insult her like that? From the angle, it looked like Madison was in bed. Fans questioned everything. The photo, the tone, the intent. Was it playful? Or was it humiliation masked as banter?
I went through a very long period in my life. I'm still very young, but I went through a really long period where I felt like I was constantly running from things and I wasn't ready to face certain things that I had gone through, wasn't ready to have those difficult conversations with myself.
Many believe that comment chipped away at Madison's self-esteem, especially since she was already facing intense beauty standards. Let's talk about patterns. Justin has been known to insult the women closest to him. He's mocked Hailey's appearance publicly, refused to defend her against internet hate, and has always found a way to praise other women louder than he supports his own wife. Which brings us to Hailey. Now, Hailey hasn't spoken much about Madison over the years, but trust, she knows everything. Madison and Justin were close long before Hailey entered the picture, and according to Madison herself, she's known both of them since she was a child. "I've known Justin since I was 12 and Hailey since I was 10, she said. But fans believe the tension has always been there, just hidden beneath curated photos and PR statements. Madison insists that they're all still close, that she loves Hailey and Justin, that they recently hung out and reminisced about the old days. But is that real friendship or damage control? 'Cause Hailey has every reason to feel uneasy. Think about it. Her husband still comments on Madison's photos, still praises her beauty, still carries a torch of familiarity that many think crosses the line. And now, after years of silence, Hailey has responded, indirectly but noticeably. In a recent interview, she spoke about running from her past, about not being ready to confront the things she'd seen and experienced, about finally having difficult conversations with herself. It was vague, but those who know. This wasn't just a mental health reflection. It was a veiled acknowledgement of everything brewing beneath the surface, of the secrets, of the silence, of the girls like Madison Beer who were thrown into the fire and told to smile through it. So why now? 'Cause the internet is finally catching up. People are dissecting the timeline, the photos, the red flags. They're asking the hard questions. Why did Madison's career stall after being signed by one of the biggest pop stars in the world? Why did Justin's team allegedly pay her to stick around instead of helping her grow as an artist? And most importantly, why did no one protect her? This is more than just one girl's story. It's about the entire machinery of fame, about how young girls are groomed under the guise of mentorship, how power and proximity blur lines, and how those in charge often prioritize image over integrity. And Madison? She played the role. She smiled. She defended. She stood by Justin even when fans blamed her for ruining Yelena. In 2018, when she was dragged for being close to Justin while he was going through drama with Selena Gomez, she came forward and said Justin was just like a brother. But the truth is messier, more complicated, and possibly more disturbing. Even now, fans are divided. Some say Madison is just a loyal friend who got caught in the storm. Others say she was used, manipulated, and silenced. But what's clear is this: she was a child and the adults around her failed her. Whether it was through control, humiliation, or simply neglect, the damage was done. And Justin? Many believe he's never taken accountability. He continues to avoid therapy, lash out at fans, and ride the wave of a public marriage that looks more and more strained with each passing day. The same man who allegedly humiliated Madison publicly is now rumored to belittle his wife privately. And now, fans are calling it for what it is. One wrote, "Justin doesn't speak out because he's done bad things himself." Another said, "He seems to have a relationship with everyone except his own wife." One more added, "The abused becomes the abuser." And the scariest part? They might be right, because when you connect the dots, from Madison to Sophia Richie to Hailey, there's a disturbing pattern, a cycle of silence, a trail of beautiful girls who've carried Justin's chaos while he disappears behind PR smiles and Instagram filters. And as for Hailey's quiet response, it speaks louder than any press release. She knows. She's always known. And now, as the world starts digging deeper into Madison Beer's past, it's becoming harder to deny that something was very, very wrong. So now we ask you, was it all just industry grooming hidden under a mentorship label? Was Madison Beer really just a rising star? Or was she groomed, silenced, and shelved to protect protect the golden boy of pop? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe, because here on the Buzz Loop, we don't just follow the headlines, we break them wide open. The truth is only just starting to come out. And trust us, you won't want to miss what's coming next.